Okay, Brian Johnson and AC/DC. Don't forget the big after party. Peter, your host, and he'll be in centre ring for the semi-main event. Kivitos Bar, that's 312 Russell Street, Melbourne. Kivitos Bar, 312 Russell Street, Melbourne is the venue for tonight's big after party. 20th show for Ultimate Kickboxing in the last 5 years. What a big night of kickboxing. We've got an interstate match fight in welterweight division, 4 rounds of kickboxing. Your referee in centre ring is Bruce Haynes, Norman Liu, Matthew Thine, and our third judge, Michael Vukovic. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of kickboxing. Would you welcome on my right, occupying the blue corner, from Baronia Heights, Queensland, with his mentor Dean Lawler, tutor of some of Australia's finest female and male kickboxers from the Kingston, Queensland Gymnasium. This young man scaled 69.70 kilograms, wearing Muay Thai trunks predominantly black with a touch of white and gold. Would you welcome to Melbourne for the first time with a fine record of 9 bouts, 8 wins, only 1 loss, Barney Cook. Barney Cook, Queensland in the blue corner. And across the ring, looking like Adonis. He's kickboxed in Thailand. He is the IKBF Victorian welterweight champion. Last time out on Pat Christoffy's big show at Eaton Gardens, getting 60.70 kilograms. 11 bouts, 8 wins from the mighty suburb of Caulfield. Would you welcome Lethal Lee Stevens? Wearing Muay Thai trunks of black, white and red. The referee Bruce Haynes to give final instructions. IKBF welterweights in the ring at this time.
Righto, gentlemen, I've explained the rules to you. Do you both understand my rules? I want you to obey them at all times. I want a good, clean fight. Keep your hands up. Touch gloves now. Come out in the last round, touch gloves again. Stay safe. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll just hold up for a moment. Just go through some of those big shows. Friday, April 9, G. Osman. Sunday, 11 April, Ben and Cosbrizzy. April 11, Kelly Safe at Moorabbin Town Hall. We're underway.
We're ready to rumble in the 5th fight of tonight's card. Barry Cook all the way from Queensland, Dean Lawler in his corner against the very well-built Lee Stevens from the Nick Thunderkick Talakura stable. Actually, I'll just correct myself there. Barney Cook from Queensland, not Barry Cook, up against Lee Stevens. Nice inside leg kick there from Stevens. Barney Cook in the fluorescent yellow trunks. Stevens in the black with red piping. Nice leg kick to the outside left thigh there by Stevens. And another one. Catches Barney Cook with a sweet left hand. Cook fires back over in the neutral corner. Third man in centering, referee Bruce Haynes. Stevens, a very solid fighter. Rapid fire hand combinations over against the ropes. Just ducks underneath that right hand by Cook. Big right hand there by Lee Stevens. Good start to this round so far, Hammer.
Well, certainly Lee Stevens is looking very, very composed here tonight. Barney Cook just off with his range at the moment, but still looking solid. Very evenly matched fighters.
A nice kick up high to the ribs there off the right leg by Lee Stevens. Stevens finds the mark of the straight left. Barney Cook just missing with those high kicks. They'll really sap the energy out of him. There's the end of the first round of action.
And Ash Brothers Seafood, bout 5. April 11, Kelly Safe Promotions, Moorabbin Town Hall. Phil Fagan, the Dark Destroyer, Rocky Safe, Ed and Dean Delich and Peter Hatton will be all in action Friday.
We're on the round in the second round of action. Lee Stevens, the aggressor in the first round. A beautiful right hand to the kisser there of Barney Cook. Nice inside leg kick by Stevens. Then goes to the outside left thigh. Those rattling right hands really catching Barney Cook so far. There's a high right round kick to the head by Stevens. Cook retaliates with a nice inside leg kick. Fires out a right hand of his own. Cook just pouncing on him.
Come on, 2, 3, mate. 2, 3, mate. Uppercut, right foot.
Those blows of Barney Cook don't seem to be phasing Lee Stevens at the moment. Very well composed fighter, Mark, Lee Stevens.
Well, certainly he's not rushing anything, trying to place all of his shots, and certainly Nick Talakura is doing a great job with Lee Stevens.
Another sweet right hand there by Lee Stevens. Found the mark on the jaw of Barney Cook. A nice leg kick, that one there. Caused the legs to buckle of Barney Cook. Inside leg kick by Lee Stevens. A lot of power behind those techniques by Stevens. Really proving to be a handful so far from the man from Queensland. Outside leg kick to the rear of the left thigh. Nice clubbing right hook, then an outside leg kick by Barney Cook. Short right uppercut, beautiful uppercut there by Lee Stevens, and sends him down to leg kick to the outside left thigh.
Well, the boy from Queensland, Barney Cook, is certainly intent on doing some damage with his hands, but to date, not really being that effective, and perhaps a changing game plan might be the way to go for him.
Two left hooks, then an inside leg kick combination there by Lee Stevens. Barney Cook retaliates with a high right round kick. There's the end of the second round. Another good round to Lee Stevens.
Wish Tarek Solek, Knockout Promotions, good luck in Sydney tomorrow night. Star City, a big night of kickboxing in Sydney. Tarek said a Braveheart Jim versus Fitzroy Stars. Dana Goodson versus Tarek Solek. And then on Friday, May 7, Pat the Front. Fruitorama and Ash Wednesday, not Ash Wednesday, but Ash Brothers Seafood. Fruitorama and Ash Brothers Seafood.
Underway in the third round of action. Lee Stevens up against Barney Cook from Queensland. Stevens has been the better of the two so far, and he opens up with a high left round kick. Barney just missing the target with the hands as he has the kick so far. Just hasn't got his distancing quite right. Stevens fired out the right uppercut, didn't quite find the mark. Front kick to the midsection. Goes downstairs. Sweeping inside leg kick, didn't quite find the target there from Lee Stevens. Catches him with the right hand. Sent Barney's Cook head rocketing back. Cook though responds with a clubbing right hook of his own. Just forcing Stevens against the ropes.
Well, Barney Cook certainly picking up the pace in this round. Trying to put a bit of pressure on Lee Stevens.
Overhand right there by Stevens, the outside leg kick.
Stevens seems to be weathering the storm quite well though, Michael. And as you said earlier, he's quite composed and a very good representative from the Thunder Kick stables, Melbourne Martial Arts. They're producing some great fighters. Always put in some very solid performances, the boys from Melbourne Martial Arts. It's good to see.
Stevens just cracking out that right hand, but it only found fresh air. Barney Cook is here for the ride, however, folks. Come all the way down from Queensland, and he's looking at going the distance here with Lee Stevens. He's weathered a storm so far, but he's pulling out all the stops here in the third and final round. Stevens with that right uppercut. There it is again, clocked him underneath the jaw. Nice straight right hand through the guard there of Barney Cook. But Cook just keeps pushing forward, has Stevens against the ropes.
Thank you, Angela. End of round 3.
There's the end of the round.
Lee Stevens Victoria. Barney Cook from Boronia Heights and Queensland.
And I did say that was the end of the third and final round, Mark the Hammer. It looks like we're going another one.
So we've got so many big shows coming up on our plate. Friday, April 9, Adelaide, where Pat Christophe will be featured on the big card. April 23, one in Melbourne, one in Adelaide.
This is the fourth and final round of action. Lee Stevens up against Barney Cook. It's been Stevens taking it so far on my scorecard. But Barney Cook showing a lot of guts and determination. Nice inside leg kick to the inside left thigh by Cook.
Well, Cook knows he's going to really have to give it his all if he's going to make any impression on the judges' cards, as Lee Stevens has just put in a solid performance all round.
Accidental knee being thrown there, left knee by Barney Cook. And just apologising there to Lee Stevens. No doubt Barney Cook has fought under Muay Thai rules up in Queensland, which is one of the real major states of Muay Thai fighting in Australia. High front kick to the face there by Cook, didn't quite find the mark. Stevens peppers back with the right hand. Clubbing right hand there by Barney Cook. A really gritty fight by both men here in the fourth and final round. But Barney Cook's punches just not enough mustard behind them to do any real damage. Lee Stevens clocking him there for straight right hand mark.
Well, Cook seems to just walk in with his head down and his hands up, and that sort of gives Stevens just a clear shot at whatever he wants to take.
What a gutsy end to this fight. Both men trading blows toe-to-toe for the entire round so far.
Certainly Barney Cook is working.
Big right hand.
Solidly.
Barney Cook fires back. Another big right hand by Lee Stevens. Both men sucking in the air. Fourth and final round.
Well, Lee Stevens slowing down a little in the last round here. Doesn't want to slow down too much and let Cook pegging back.
Left-right combination by Barney.
Barney Cook certainly coming home strongly.
There it is, the end of the fourth and final round. What a crackerjack final round it was, Hammer. This one's gone down to the judges. For my liking, it goes to Lee Stevens.
Okay, Frutarama and Ash Brothers Seafood. On behalf of Ultimate, thank both those companies, Frutarama and Ash Brothers. Could a member of their staff come in the centre ring and present one of the trophies? And present on behalf of our sponsor for this bout, Joanne Falzon, television celebrity and a great women's champion. Joanne, come past there. The gentleman will just help you in the centre ring. Joanne Falzon, come on, give Joanne a big round of applause. The Tornado, businesswoman, kickboxing champion, and a real lady in and out of centre ring. Joanne, a great night of kickboxing again.
This is how it always is.
Good, Joanne. 20th big show for Ultimate Kickboxing. We got the score sheets and we have a verdict in bout number 5. Thank you, Angela. Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 action rounds of kickboxing, unanimous points winner, red corner, Lethal Lee Stevens. Joanne Falzon, and come on, a big round of applause for Barney Walker, all the way from Baronia Heights. He showed a lot of fortitude in there. Barney, come across before you leave centre ring. Barney, it's the first time I've seen you. I know the quality of Queensland kickboxers, particularly Ian Jacobs and many other big guns have come down in the past. Barney, look towards the camera. You came home strong. You paced yourself against a very good opponent, a Victorian champion. Bad luck, but we look forward to seeing you again down the track, Barney. Lost for winning.
Thanks anyway. Thanks for putting me out. Lee, thanks for a good fight, mate.
Okay, Barney Walker. We'll talk to Dean Lawler a little later. Lee Stevens, come across, Lee. Lee, every time I see you in centre ring, I see a big improvement in that last round. You're under pressure, but you got off some very good counter punches, and you're going from strength to strength. Last fight on Pat Christoph, you say, was sort of a unsatisfactory sort of an end, but tonight you showed good skills. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. I would just like to thank Nick, Ron, Yusuf, and Kara for being a great help to me. I think that's about it because I'm pretty stuffed at the moment.
Okay, Lethal Lee Stevens. A big win here tonight against Barney Cook from Queensland.